what's up guys? My name is Zach and today I'm driving a 2004 Volkswagen R32. Up front is a 3.2 liter VR6 engine and down below is a 6-speed manual transmission. And if you want to read more of my thoughts, head on over to carmarshal.com/overdrive. We'll be writing a complete article about the R32. But let's get back to that VR6. Now, if you don't know what a VR6 is, it's a little weird. Most engine setups, they're either in a line or in a V. This one is sort of in a line, but it's really weird. I can't even explain it. I'll put a picture up of the cylinder head on the screen. It's sort of like offset of each other, so it's not as long as a straight 6, but it still has 6 pistons, and it's not a V. So you get sort of that smoothness of an inline 6, but also the power, of course, of a 6-cylinder without taking up as much room. It's really, really an ingenious design by Volkswagen, and I wish that they still made them today, but unfortunately they don't. Now, paired to it is a 6-speed manual. The R32 was only available in 6-speed manual, so it's really an enthusiast car. But even more surprising than the fact that it's a stick shift is that it's all-wheel drive. The R32, until this video, I did not realize the R32 was all-wheel drive, which really makes it a really cool experience. It's really grippy, and man, is this car fun to drive. Not only that though, it's easy to drive. I was also blown away by that. The clutch is super light, it's super easy to rev match. It's just the gearbox is click, 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 click. This is a compliment. It almost feels like a Honda's gearbox. And then when you want it to go, it just goes. The 6-cylinder really pushes you back in your seat. Now, this is a naturally aspirated engine, but really I am not left asking for any more power or feeling like it is underpowered. This car is well equipped in the power range. Let's get a nice little second gear. This thing will chirp the tires in third gear. Now, it is a front-wheel drive bias system, but you feel it. When you get off the line, this thing is not strictly front-wheel drive. The grip is just truly impressive. And the car sounds like a BMW straight 6 that's been tweaked. I don't know what is changed. It's almost like someone recorded a straight 6 BMW and then they put it into GarageBand and just messed with the pitch of it. It's so cool. That all-wheel drive system also just grips in the corners. Now let's talk about the interior. Well, in front of me I have 2 gauges, speedometer and tachometer. The tachometer goes by tens, as every other Volkswagen I've reviewed does. I think that's really cool. I think it's a cool touch, but even cooler is that it says R32 on the gauges. So it reminds you that you're not driving just the stock Golf. You're driving something really, really special and really sought after. And that's cool. I always like when cars remind you of that fact, and Volkswagen seems to be good at doing that. On the steering wheel, I also get a little R badge, which is a really neat touch as well. In the center is the radio, and down below that is the air conditioning, but for some reason, I don't know what it was. A long time ago, 2016, I flew to Vienna, Austria, and I think it's just the radio setup, the way that it's surrounded by what looks like brushed aluminum. It reminds me of the Austrian airport, and so I don't know why that just solidifies in my mind that this car is unmistakably German, unmistakably European. There's no two ways about it. Now, down below the air conditioning, you have, of course, the shifter, which says 4Motion, which I was a little bit puzzled at, but that is just the 4-wheel drive system that Volkswagen offers. Then you have 2 cup holders, your handbrake, standard issue stuff down below. Now, this car is a 4-seater, although it is a 2-door, and we will take a look at the rear seats. All right, so I'm in the back. It is a little crammed back here, but it's not the end of the world. You're buying a 2-door. You kind of know that going into it. Kids would fit back here, no problem. I'm not a kid. So I'm 5'10", 5'11", and headroom, totally fine. Knee room, not so great. But really, this is an enthusiast car. So yes, you could bring family members in it and stuff, but really, this car is more about the driver. It's about you. Yes, you can use them, but am I going to want to spend 6 hours back here? No. The seats have R stitched in them, which I think is a really nice touch. Again, it just reminds you that you're driving something special. The R32 is not a Golf. It's not just another Golf. The R32 is its own separate entity that is this is the cream of the crop of the Golfs. That's really all I can say. This car, the R32, I really feel was Volkswagen's step into really modern tuning and car culture. Because I feel like before that, the 90s, they had some cool cars, but they never had anything that was really breathtaking, that could really keep up with most other turboed imports, stuff like that. This car really showed them that not only could they beat other imports, they could do it naturally aspirated and with a really weird engine configuration. And so I think most of the modern tuner culture of Volkswagens owes really their modding culture to this car. I think without the R32, without this car, Volkswagen wouldn't be as popular today. Now that might just be my own personal opinion, but that's what I feel. The car is also a 6-speed, which is huge, especially for 2004. It's super nice to have that 6th speed just for highway cruising. This is a very dailyable car. That's what I'm really realizing is, yes, it's this higher trim level, it's performance, it has the VR6, it's manual, it's all-wheel drive, but you can totally live with it. The trunk has plenty of space. It's a hatchback. It is a 2-door, but when you're sitting in the back, you actually have headroom since it's a hatchback. Another cool thing about the R32 is, like I said, it's super rare, but they only made them in 2004. So if you see on Craigslist or something a 2005 or 2003 R32, it's either mislabeled or it's not real. So be on the lookout for that, but they were only made in 2004, which is really neat. So unfortunately, in the US at least, R32s are pretty rare. I believe there's only about 2,000 in the country in this blue color. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I hope you guys learned something about the 2004 Volkswagen R32. If you want to read more of my thoughts, head on over to carmarshal.com/overdrive. But again, hope you guys enjoyed it. Don't forget to rate the video, comment on the video, and subscribe if you really liked it. Take care, guys. There goes a sight from my soul. There goes a sight.